Greetings and salutations, brethrens. In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best meme coin trading tips, because everyone needs some advice when it comes to the trenches and all that good stuff, and I'm your guy. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into this quick time. All right, cool. Meme coin trading tip number 1 is don't get emotional. Yeah, you're not a gal. Yeah, you're not a little boy. You know what I mean? You got to be stern. You got to be militant in this game. And what do I mean by stop being emotional? All right, say if you lose a trade, yeah, and you're like, right, I've just lost a trade. I've just lost this money. If you're going into the next trade and you've even got that thought about the loss you had on the last trade, do not trade, because you have to accept in this game that you are going to lose money. And if you're still thinking about the money that you lost on the last trade and that's fueling you in the next trade, bro, you're just emotional, and you're probably just going to jump in any coin willy-nilly. When you are emotional, yeah, you can't really think straight, in terms of you can't sit on your hands. You can't wait for the trades to come to you, and that's also another thing. Wait for the trades to come to you. That's like a tip inside a tip. Pause. But yeah, craziness. But yeah, do not get emotional. If you feel like you are getting emotional when you are trading, yeah, bro, just go for a walk, take a nap, go do something else. Whenever I get like a bit stressed or whatever, I'll go play chess. I'm a serious chess player. If you want to give me a game of chess, put your username down in the comment section below, and I'll add that one time. But also on the other leg, yeah, you don't want to get emotional in the opposite sense. You don't want to, get, a mad pump, and then you get all excited, and then next minute now you're putting your whole port into a next coin because you think you're on a roll. You a roll. Are you a gambler? Are you a degenerate? You know what I mean, bro? You gotta be militant. You gotta be stern. You gotta be like Jason Statham. You know what I mean? Serious, Donny. But anyway, that was tip number 1. Moving on to the tip number 2. Tip number 2: hold the winners and sell the losers. I'm gonna say that one more time. You need to hold on to the winners and sell on the losers. But that being said, it is easier said than done. Because in my personal opinion, there's been times where, I bought a coin and it's just slowly fell down, lost popularity. But in my head, I'm thinking, nah, it's gonna go up. But it just keeps on going down, and I'm not selling. I should be selling, but I don't want to accept the loss. I just don't want to accept it. And before you know it, it's gone from 35k to 7k. And I've lost 80% of my of my position. Stress. And also on the other hand is where, I've seen a coin, it's got a sick narrative. You know what I mean? Oh my God, Elon Musk is associated with this coin. Sick. I bought in at, I don't know, 40k. It went to 80k. I'm thinking, yo, I just doubled my bloody money. And then I sold my whole position. And then this coin goes up to 800k. And, it 10x from 80k or something. You know what I mean? And now I'm thinking, right, stress. I could have made buddy a 20x there. You know what I mean? All right. So the tips on how to sort of, handle or actually stay true to this tip is, so when you are in a position and it's down, I don't know, 30 to 50% or whatever, you need to basically look at the coin on paper. Don't look at it. Don't be emotional about it like the first tip, but just look at it. Is the popularity still there? Is the narrative still there? Look at how many holders have gone up / down. Just basically look at the coin's information again. You know what I mean? Just refresh yourself, and just basically just keep on top of the coin. If you feel like, okay, I don't see this coin going past a previous high, just sell it. All right, and now how do you hold on to the winners? This is very difficult. I can't lie. All right, so when you're holding on to the winners, you don't want to round trip, because round tripping's, it hurts. It really hurts. You know what I mean? So what I would say to that is take consistent profits. Yeah, 100%. Take out initials. You know what I mean? And then just monitor the coin a lot, well, not a lot, but just keep on monitoring the coin. Make sure the holders are still there, all of the narrative is good and stuff like that. Meme coin trading tip number 3 is track wallets, the right ones though. Yeah, and what I mean the right ones is, yes, track Cupsy, traps traps, track scented, all of the top traders. Yeah, you kind of need them as a confluence in your trading, you know what I mean? Because say if you're in a coin and you like the narrative, you're like, cool, this is a sick coin, and then you look at the chart, yeah, and you see Cupsy has bought, you're like, oh, okay, well, if he's bought and he's a sick trader, then I'm kind of on the right path, you know what I mean? But that being said, there are a lot of sneaky stuff that these traders do. They will buy a coin just so people, because they know people track their wallets, they'll buy the coin just so people invest in that coin because they've got wallet trackers and stuff. They'll basically buy it, wait for everyone to buy in after them, and then just sell it because they know people are tracking their wallets and stuff like that. So just be careful for that. But also another tip is, don't just track scalpers, yeah. Track actual traders that hold the coins for upwards of 5 to 15 minutes, yeah. Because those are the people you kind of want to learn from. Like, scalping's cool in that, but it's not easy, you know what I mean? I would probably say, you know, buying and holding is, you know, especially when it comes to the good narratives as well. I'm like, bro, you need to subscribe to the channel, yeah, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of source. But yeah, that's probably what I have to say about that. Is track your wallets, track obviously the kind of the celebrities in the space as well, just as a bit of a confluence when you are trading. And also, yeah, track traders with obviously profitable P&Ls, also a good win rate, you know, 40 to 70% win rate is good. But that brings me on to tip 4.5 actually, is if you do want to become a profitable trader, I am actually doing one-to-one like calls / lessons with people that want to become profitable traders. Basically, I'm charging £35, which is mad cheap, I can't lie, because majority of man that do like one-to-ones, or I want £150 per hour of my time. Like, bro, who are you? You know what I mean? I don't even know if you're even worth that, you know what I mean? And I'm just spending all that money to do that. No. So yeah, £35, it's not even too much money. And yeah, basically I'll teach you basically my trading strategy, how to become a profitable trader, and get you up to scratch. You know what I mean? Because you need to learn fast, because this game is fast, you know what I mean? And also on top of that, yeah, is you'll be a donut if you think that you can trade by yourself, you know, watching a couple YouTube videos. You kind of need like a mentor, you know what I mean? You need like a person to be like, oh, well, this is where you're going wrong kind of thing. So yeah, if you do want like a one-to-one with myself, my email is in the description box below. Just email me and then we can have a back and forth and get into it. And yeah, without further ado, moving on to tip number 4. All right, tip number 4 is you need to be involved. What do I mean by be involved? Is you don't want to be on the bench, you know what I mean? You don't want to be a player on the bench. You know, you've got the skills, you've got the, you know what I mean? You need to be involved in terms of Discord servers, Telegrams, watching YouTube videos, you know what I mean? You might be on your break at work, you know what I mean? Watch YouTube videos. You know, you're going for a walk or you're going for a long car journey, you know, watch a meme coin trading podcast or something, you know what I mean? I'm not saying this needs to take over your life, but it definitely has to be a big part of your life, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, you're not going to get good at something if you're just half in and half out. You have to have both legs in, you know what I mean? Be involved in terms of, you know, build friends in this space, network, build up your Twitter. Twitter is a mad one, I can't lie, because the thing is about Twitter is basically the social media of crypto. Crypto, like, people don't really use Instagram too much. I mean, they do, but you know, it's air. Snapchat, not really. Facebook, not really. Reddit, maybe, but Twitter, X/Twitter is the main one that the crypto people use. So you need to get really big on Twitter. And to be fair, Twitter should have been its own tip in and of itself, yeah, because Twitter, you need to utilize Twitter to the best of your ability. And make sure you subscribe actually, because I'm gonna probably make a Twitter video, because I don't think no one's really done that. You know, because you need a good Twitter, not even just yourself, but you need to follow the right people and, you know, all of that good stuff. But anyway, moving on to tip number 5, I think. All right, tip number 5 is learn when not to trade. Yeah, so important, yeah. For me, I don't really trade on Sundays, yeah, because I feel like I'll make good amounts of money from like Monday to Fridays, maybe even Saturday as well. And then for some reason, every time I trade a Sunday, I just give like a good amount of money back to the market, because the volume's not too high. There are a lot of scams out on like a Sunday and stuff, and you need to basically know when not to trade. You know what I mean? Like say if you wake up, you know, at 3 o'clock in the morning and the markets are dead, you know what I mean? You're like, rah. You know what I mean? Don't trade for the sake of trading. You know what I mean? That is just a big no. But yeah, that is all I have for this video. If you do like these kind of videos, make sure you subscribe. I've got a whole bunch of videos coming out anyway. And yeah, make sure you join that Discord server as well. And until next time, it's been your boy. I'm out.